Alright, what is up guys? Today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new F-15A for War Thunder. Highly anticipated vehicle. It's going to be a BR of 12.3, and in the tech tree it's going to come right after the F-4E Phantom II. It's a nice little progression in that pathway, a long awaited progression in that pathway. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get straight into a test flight and kind of just show you what this thing can do. Alright, so we're here on the tarmac with the F-15, and we're just going to go ahead and listen to the startup sound. Wow. Yep, I love it. I love the way that thing sounds. So the main loadout you're going to go for is you're going to go for, if you can get it, 4 Sparrows and then 4 AIM-9Ms. But right now we're rocking 4 AIM-9Ls because I'm not about to grind all that. Here's the cockpit. Go ahead and close the hatch. There's a keybind for that, by the way. I love this cockpit already. It feels like I'm really sitting on top of the aircraft. I'm not sitting inside the aircraft like you might be in like a Russian MiG. And yeah, other than that, we're going to take off and see what it can do. One thing I've really noticed with this fighter is you really, especially if you're using headphones, you really feel the power of the engines when you're sitting in the aircraft. Okay. Rotating, taking off, gear up, flaps raised. Let's just take a quick look at this thing. Yeah, so there we go. I take the 2 drop tanks because I think it kind of clears out that middle pathway a little bit. Yeah, this thing is gorgeous. Look at this thing. Awesome. Yeah, let's demonstrate a little bit of what it can do. So probably the first most important thing, especially for top tier aircraft, is, you know, what kind of radar are we rocking? Well, it's the AN/APG 63, I think. It's got 3 sweep angles. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4 modes, and then it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 ranges. And so, you know, it's a pretty good radar. It's a pretty good fighter. It's probably the most comparable to something like the F-15A because it doesn't have a TWS mode.
9 o'clock.
All right, come on. Get there. All right. So yeah, the radar works kind of as you'd expect. Let's see how far we can really push this aircraft. We'll drop our tanks. All right, so we're diving with this thing. We're just gonna see how fast it can go.
9 o'clock. High.
Oh, can we break Mach 2? We're going Mach 1.7, and and our plane doesn't really like that. I bet at a high enough altitude you can crack Mach 2. I bet you can, but I really don't want to spend all the time to do that. But we got to Mach 7, or Mach 7. We got to Mach 1.7, which is pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and try and land this thing. I don't think, does it have an arrestor hook? It does. It has an arrestor hook, so we're gonna go for a carrier landing. All right. Yeah, we want to be a little bit slower.
Air brake on.
We want to definitely keep our air brake on. We'll go ahead and drop gear and flaps. That might help us go a little slower. Okay. Lining up. Just right off the bat, it's very stable at this low speed coming in. And the engines sound really cool as well. I'm hoping that the gear can withstand the impact we're about to give it. Nope, it can't. Oh, and that... Wow. Oh, that arrestor hook is just cosmetic. That arrestor hook is just cosmetic, apparently. It did not extend whatsoever. But anyway, Yeah, so that's kind of the overview of the aircraft. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and take this thing into a real battle just to kind of demo it a little bit, especially now that I've got the Sparrows on it, just see what it can kind of do. Alright, what's up guys? We're up in the F-15 and we're in an air realistic match. We're kind of just going to demo the full real controls though, and the cockpit and everything, and how it might do in a combat situation. Keep in mind this is the dev server, it's all subject to change, and also it's an air realistic battle where everyone's just kind of flying top tier and not necessarily playing their best. So we're getting locked by what says it's a MiG-29, but the issue with that is that it seems like every Soviet fighter right now registers as a MiG-29, whether it's the Yak-141, the MiG-29, or the Su-27. Yeah, they're all just coming across as MiG-29, so you don't actually know, unfortunately, what you're really being locked by in a combat situation, which is, you know, potentially slightly unfortunate. We just got some AI guys right here. Got one. Used ACM mode there. When you're flying right on, you know, toward these people and there's ground clutter, it's definitely better to use the pulse Doppler head-on mode. It's kind of cool that this thing actually has that, because like the F-16 doesn't. But the F-16's radar is no slouch. It definitely doesn't have much of an issue, you know, detecting stuff like that. That Sparrow is just going haywire over there. Okay, but it still got him somehow. No idea how. Let's see if we can get him with the AIM-9L. Oh, no. Doesn't matter, because our F4S friend actually went ahead and got him for us. There's one more enemy, though. Launch on him. It's a Mirage. It's an AI, I think. Okay, there we go. We impacted him. We don't need to do too much. There's some other like real players though toward the middle of the map, so I'm gonna go head over there. See what we can do. Okay, so we've seen some guys here now. They are visible. So we'll see what we can do here. They should be more missile depleted now. Taking on a flanker though with like all of its missiles though is kind of not advisable. Can't even lie. Okay, we got 2 missiles out on him. Oh, we're getting fired on though. Oh, and we didn't get the kill. Oh no, we did. We got the kill. We're gonna eject now though. Okay, so that's like a little bit of an overview of what it's like to use the aircraft, you know. I'm gonna go back to the hangar and kind of conclude my thoughts on this thing. All right, so in conclusion, with the F-15A Eagle, this thing is pretty much on par with the other top tiers right now, you know, with the AIM-9L and AIM-9M, as well as the AIM-7Ms. I'd say it's right on par with, you know, like an F-14B or something like that. It's got a lot of engine power. It looks awesome. I love the cockpit for it, too. It gives you a ton of visibility. It's a long-awaited upgrade over the F4E, if that's your main line, if that's your favorite line you like to play in the American tree. It's a long-awaited upgrade over that. And yeah, I think this thing is going to be really exciting to fly in simulator mode. I think it's going to be a really fun thing to add for air realistic. It's going to give a little bit more variety, which is something we definitely need right now in the top tier jet space. So I hope you guys liked just this little first look that I took at the F-15, and I hope that I can see you in the next one.